welcome back. As always, my name is Az, and today we are going to be playing Dagon by H P Lovecraft. I know it does say continue. I had to jump into the game just to make sure it was going to record properly. But this is an authentic retelling of Dagon by H P Lovecraft. So there's no like additional stuff added. I believe it will tell us that when we first jump into this game. No additional stuff added, no like inventories, fighting with monsters kind of thing. So if you have not read or listened to Dagon by H P Lovecraft, this is your big chance, because this will be good, I'm hoping. The graphics looked really good when I first went in, so it might be a little kind of trippy because it's not full range of motion, but you shall see and you shall enjoy. So let's go. Starting a new game. Okay, yes. Dagon is a faithful interactive adaptation of H P Lovecraft's work focused on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here, and movement is limited to progressing through locations along with the plot. This is exactly what I said. So we won't see anything added. This is faithful. So let's go. And it is fully voiced, so unless there's like papers or something, I probably won't be reading a whole lot of it. So let's go.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Well, it was voice acted. I don't know what happened to it. I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more. Ooh. During the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey. Others will reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Ooh, cool. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, focus your eyes and look for the Elder Sign. Ooh. Believe this is the Elder Sign right here. You can also access all the found facts later. They will be available on the main menu. There is like a little trivia area. So I will be playing with a mouse, and this is believed is the Elder Sign, so we will be on the lookout. So I know that is to look forward, but I'm gonna look for every little thing like pinking. Curtain rod. This must be like his study or something. What's this?
Penniless, and at the end of
my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from the garret window into the squalid streets below.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate.
Oh well. Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am weakling or degenerate. When you have read through these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never truly realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death. Okay, that will progress. I need... Ooh, what's this? Ooh, I found it. Morphine. Morphine entered into use in the 19th century and was routinely administered to treat severe pain during the American Civil War, which was 1861 to 1865, and World War I, which was 1914 to 1918. It was also sold without restrictions until 1914. Ooh. I can't imagine. Morphine became more popular after the invention of the hypodermic syringe around 1854. Friedrich Strutner, who first isolated the substance, originally named it morphium after Morpheus, the Greek god associated with dreams. At the time when Dagon was published, morphine abuse, known as soldier's disease, already posed a big problem in the United States. I can see it being a big problem. So, alright. Maybe it'll be voice acted after this. Past this is new.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad...
Hold on. Hold on.
Pacific, that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Actually, I'm gonna turn that up all the way. Okay. Oh, okay. So, ship is over there. Can we find anything else? I am doing a search. Doing a search. I do not see anything here. To this.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation. So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Which was not very much. This is beautiful, by the way. This animation, it's like we're really at sea. Alright, do I see any elder signs? Any, ooh, this flag. The Huns. The Huns were Central Asian nomads who established a dominion in Europe and invaded the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. They were known as brutal, deadly warriors and masters of quick raids who also developed powerful composite bows, lassos, and early siege weapons. They're more advanced than I thought they were. During World War I, the British used the word Hun as a synonym for Germans in order to emphasize their brutality. However, the term originated when the German Emperor Wilhelm II gave a speech to his troops on the 27th of July 1900 before they embarked to China. You should encounter the enemy. He will be defeated. No quarter shall be given. Prisoners will not be taken. Whoever falls into your hand is forfeited. Just as 1,000 years ago the Huns under their king Attila made a name for themselves, one that even today makes them seem mighty in history and legend. May the name German be affirmed by you in such a way in China that no Chinese will ever again dare to look cross-eyed at a German. Ooh, that is racist if ever I've heard something. Oh. The refusal to take prisoners was a clear breach of the law and custom of war adopted during the First Hague Convention of 1899. Yeah, Germans broke a lot of laws back then. Whew. Whew. Ooh, we moving.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Okay. That will progress. We are doing an escape. Escape. I don't see an elder mark anywhere, so we shall continue.
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings.
Achievement unlocked. Something I didn't read it in time.
Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
That was weird how the sound drifted out and came back in. Maybe I'm just hearing it, not you guys, but that was strange. Oh, okay. No elder sign here. Guess not. Let's talk to the moon.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
You're going to be drifting for a long time then, my friend. That's to continue. No elder sign? Really? Okay. Water flask it is.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
A lot of people die of delirium before they do anything else. Delirium and, heat stroke.
The change happened whilst I slept.
Whew, that music gave me
Its
chills.
details I shall never know. For my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
What the? Yeah, I would be very disturbed if this is what I woke up to.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away.
Yeah.
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
I can see why. There's squid-like things everywhere.
For there was in the air and in the rotting soil a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
Yeah.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain. Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Yeah. A black sky with a blazing sun. That sounds awful. That continues. I haven't seen an elder sign in a while. These things are awful. Oh, here's one. The Origins of Dagon. Dagon seemed to be inspired by Fishhead, a short novel by Ivan S. Cobb about unnatural affinities between a hybrid idiot and the strange fish of an isolated lake. Supernatural horror in literature, H P Lovecraft. And H P Lovecraft's dream about a strange island emerging from the ocean and him crawling in the ooze that covered the surface. Gross. I dreamed that the whole hideous crawl, and yet feel the ooze sucking me down. A Defense of Dagon, H P Lovecraft. Lovecraft's interest in the topic seemed from his aversion to fish and sea smells, in his own words. I have hated fish and feared the sea and everything connected with it since I was 2 years old, but I cannot recall what earlier experience gave me such a profound and lasting aversion to the sea and seafood. The Dwellers in Darkness, Lovecraft, 1927, by Donald Wildari. So, you hate fish, and you hate seafood, and you hate the ocean, but yet some of your best literary things. Dagon. Cthulhu. They come from the sea. I guess that makes sense. If you're scared of it, you're going to put your monsters there, aren't you? Okay. Let's continue then. Oh, that squelchy sound. Ooh.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position. Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths.
If only that were true, you probably would be a bit more sane.
So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might. Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
Not here there aren't, no. Okay, let's take a look. Arthropod. That's to continue. At first that looked like the... Because I saw this, and that looked like the giant snail from, like, Never-Ending Story. If you know what I'm talking about. Old movie. Okay. Go one more sequence.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
Where did you find food and water? Exactly, in this area. Where did you find food and water? That's where we continue. No elder sign. Okay. We're going to travel in the very next episode. So, this is going to be a two-part one, I believe. Dagon, it says it's a short story, but it is a bit longer, so we're going to cut it in half. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content just like this, and make sure to come back next time for the conclusion of Dagon by H P Lovecraft. Thank you so much, guys. Bye!